Hey everybody, and welcome back to FSi DFS. I am McKinley 412. This video we're going to be focusing on the early slate, the 8-game slate on DraftKings. We have another video out already for the night slate, so please, after this one, go check that one out for some more information. But for now, this early slate, we love the early slates. And yeah, pretty decent pitching, I think, overall on this slate. Bats kind of sort themselves out as well. Only one weather issue that we have to be paying attention to. It's Baltimore at the White Sox, which kind of stinks just because I do have a lot of interest in this game. But yeah, we'll keep tabs on it and see how it plays out. So I grouped the pitchers into different salary tiers as we normally do. This is kind of where things shook out. So Bassett, Cole, and Burns. Obviously Cole and Burns are like an elite level above pretty much everybody else on this slate. But I love Bassett's salary and going up against Miami and how much Miami strikes out against that pitch hand. So Cole, obviously tough matchup going up against Houston, but still, it's Garrett Cole. We know what this guy can do. It is just absurd the numbers that he's able to put up. If you want to put him as your SP1, forget point per dollar, forget salaries. Garrett Cole, fantastic play. Corbin Burns, another tough matchup going up against Toronto. But again, we know what this guy can do. The guy's a stud. He's an ace. He's 10.1K for a good reason. Now, Bassett, I have him clumped there as well. His K percentage has been very high as of late. Look at these numbers that he's been able to post. And now he's going up against Miami, who is far and away the worst team strikeout-wise against right-handed pitching. So they strike out a lot. Which is why Bassett, I kind of have him ranked higher on this tier list just because, salary matchup, Cole and Burns have tough matchups. I think he is up there. Nicholas and Javier. I mean, Nicholas at 9.6K, I think is just a little bit too pricey. Him and Javier, I guess, could both be here. Like, there's nothing really separating one guy from another for me. I'm not going to probably be playing either of them. Just a brutal match for Javier. Nicholas 9.6 is just way too much for me, especially when I got Bassett at 8.8 and Burns and Cole, just above him there. So let's go to our mid tier. Lance Lynn, he is back. I think this is his third start. Let me check here. Yes, it is his third start. And he's got a nice start going up against Baltimore. Again, make sure you're paying attention to the weather in this game. First start did not go too well. But we know it was, could have a little rust. He had to shake it off. He did much better going up against Toronto. Had a rough first inning, but he settled in once he got there and put up 15 points. So now he's got a way easier matchup. 7.6K. I think in this mid-tier range, all things considered, he's probably my favorite play. Followed by Kluber. Kluber going up against Pittsburgh. Another just nice matchup. If you have the $200, I would still go up straight to Bassett. But if you don't have the $200 and you don't want to change your lineup at all, I think Kluber can make for a fine play. He's been very consistent. He's been doing very well, and he's got a nice matchup going up against Pittsburgh. So I don't mind Kluber there. Even if you want to flip-flop Lynn and Kluber, totally fine with that. No issues. Gray, Brubaker, not much to say about them. They're just going to be rounding out that mid-tier for me. As far as the cheap guys, I got Kikuchi all the way up at the top, going up against Milwaukee. Excuse me. Kikuchi, he has struggled as of late, just giving up the long ball. But if he can reduce, that home run ball, that home run threat, you can see he can kind of keep the ball. If he can keep the ball in play, he's going to limit some of the damage. I mean, he only allowed 3 hits, 2 of them were home runs. He only allowed 5 hits, 2 of them were home runs. So if he can have one of his games where he can keep the ball in the park, I think he's fine play. Am I excited about playing him? No, I think I'm going to be sticking near the top on this slate. Salaries aren't too much of a concern. I think you can easily fit in a guy Bassett at 8.8 just really opens things up for your lineup. But you throw in Bassett, you can throw in Burns, Lynn, Kluber. I play all of them ahead of any of these cheap guys. And then I think I went Keller, and then Rogers. But Keller, nice matchup against Oakland. Rogers, not thrilled about it. You can almost put him in the fade category, which is just all those bottom tier guys. So pitching on this slate, I'm going to be sticking up near the top just because I feel like bats are fairly affordable on this slate. So top team stack or top team that I want to be targeting is going to be the White Sox. Now going up against Watkins. I know Watkins is a right-handed pitcher, and we really like the White Sox against lefties. But Watkins is just, he's the worst pitcher on this slate. I'm kind of still surprised he's on a major league team. He's a much better pitcher than me or anybody watching this video, I guarantee it. But still, he really struggles in the majors. So Tim Anderson, Robert, those are really your only two high-priced guys. Everybody else is very, very affordable. White Sox still dealing with that crazy injury bug so far on the season. They're missing like over half their lineup. It's absurd. But it creates for a lot of very friendly DFS pricing. So this is kind of what I was mentioning, how you can throw in a bunch of these guys. You can throw in Pollock, and you can throw in Abreu, and you can throw in, I don't even know, Berger. He has that nice stretch. We'll go in, we'll put in a Corbin Burns. And we got 3.82 remaining. Like you can easily fit in the top stack and two top pitchers on the entire slate without really any issue. So White Sox are going to be my top play. Kansas City going up against Koenig for Oakland. Koenig, he had a nice start out his last time out, but man, was he lucky. He didn't strike a single person out in 6 innings and somehow only managed 2 hits against. So he's not going to have that kind of luck. It's not going to stick around. You saw what Boston and Atlanta were able to do to him. So I think KC easily can get to this guy. I think KC, last I checked, has the highest implied run total on the entire slate. And much like Chicago, they are very affordable. So you can easily fit in like the Chicago White Sox and a Kansas City stack to go along with 2 elite pitchers. Easy peasy. No issues with that. St. Louis going up against the Chicago pitcher. I'm seeing Sampson. I'm seeing Mills. I don't know exactly who's starting. I'll be honest, I didn't check the MLB.com. But yeah, I'm seeing Alec. I'm seeing Mills. I'm seeing Sampson. So I'm not sure who it is. And then New York Mets going against Rogers. Round things out. New York Yankees, top GPP play for me. Yankees are going up, against Javier. This is mainly like the power of the Yankees, pretty much. Javier has been struggling a little bit with his control, with his walk rate. You can kind of see here, and just the fact that the Yankees are the Yankees. This offense is just unreal right now. So I think given their prices, it's gonna be tough to fit in like Yankees stacks to go with like Garrett Cole and somebody else like higher tier like Bassett or whatever. Just because, I mean, 6'4", 6'2", 5'5", 5'2", like they are super pricey. And that's why they're more into the GPP range, because it's real tough to get a Yankee stack if you're going to be paying up for 2 pitchers. So I still think that they're a great play, but just GPP for me. Chicago Cubs, right below that, going up against Mikolas. I mean, he's right there with Javier, as I said. They're just way too overpriced. I know he's been doing better as of late, but I don't know. I just don't trust this guy still. I think Chicago can get to him. They had earlier in the month 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs against. So I think the Cubs could go a little under the radar. Maybe not even under the radar, but just that game kind of going under the radar, because I don't think anybody's going to be playing Mikolas. Nobody's going to be playing the Cubs pitcher. Well, I guess people are going to be playing St. Louis bats as I'm talking here. But yeah, I think the Cubs can make for a GPP play. Milwaukee going up against Kikuchi. He's been allowing a lot of home runs, and that's kind of what you want in a GPP, a team that can absolutely just hit home runs or go against a pitcher that can hit home runs, allows home runs, etc. Tampa Bay. Cheap plays, Washington, Texas. This game could see quite a few runs, in my opinion. Gray and Allard, not the most intimidating of pitchers. And with both teams, there's only 3 guys above 4.9K, only 4 guys above 4.4. So both teams are very affordable. I could see some runs, especially in that Texas heat. And they're very cheap. Pittsburgh's cheap, Oakland's cheap, obviously. And then your average price are going against Bassett, Cole, Burns, etc. So that kind of covers things. I think Bassett's like my favorite like point per dollar play. Obviously it takes salary away. Cole, Burns, just absolute ace, absolute studs, but they are in tough matchups. Going up against the Astros and going up against, oh dear, who's the other one? In Toronto. So there you go. But yeah, salary wise, there's not really too much to worry about. We have another video out for the night slate. Please go check that one out as well. We really appreciate it. As always, good luck in your contest, and we will see you in the next video.